Hello.
Now we're in. Hello.
Okay.
Cheers.
Let me turn off my radio.
Hang on. I'm ready. Let's go. And then let me turn off my radio is not how we expect to start this game. young madam.
You didn't give me a chance to tell you I needed to turn off my radio.
Mm-hmm.
It's off now.
All I can see is Nick's like fetlock and his curtains.
Well, make him sit somewhere better. Make him
There
sit
he
somewhere you
is.
can see him.
We miss your face, Nick. Like a little cuddly bear.
Well, your aim will improve, I'm sure.
Alright, you're back in Phandelver. You defeated the castle in one fell swoop of wandering through 3 rooms.
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
Tactical
Because
strike.
we be smart.
I don't know. I can't.
Not good with
I can't
the
decide-
English.
I can't decide if they just designed the castle badly or whether it was just drawn as a castle and that was one of the entrances and it just happened that way. And if you
Well,
go
it's-
in that way, you just end up lucky.
Well, I don't think bugbears and goblins are probably the most organized tactically, and
Well, no, but I mean, in another adventure, in like a different adventure, in a different game potentially, it would literally there'd be like 1 or 2 entrances, but they would funnel you in, and you would grind through before you got to the boss. But in this, so far, twice, the entrances there's been secret entrances that basically bypass most of the dungeon.
Weird.
benefit the smart, sneaky players.
Yeah, I don't hate it. It actually benefits the players who scout out the location, which you guys did.
Well, and since this is like freeform and you could be hitting it at 2nd level or 3rd or maybe even 1st, it's...
You're right. Actually, on the part with Wave Echo Cave, it says your party should be 4th level by this point. If not, they need to go piss around and do some more things.
If not, they kind of suck.
Doesn't actually say that, but hey,
It means it though.
it doesn't.
We're never going to get to 6th when I start getting my good cleric stuff.
You might just go wandering in the woods. I'm not going to stop you.
You get good cleric stuff?
Well, at 6th, I heal myself every time I heal somebody else, so...
Well, that's nice. He touches himself. He wants.
Then he touches you.
That's weird. The radio station I listen to in the car occasionally plays the Divinals, and it feels kind of dirty while I'm driving to work.
That seems to be Trish's favourite karaoke song when we were going up and doing Monday karaoke.
The Divinals.
Yeah,
It's a good choice of karaoke.
it was. It was a good song. Just good as well.
I'm surprised it's not Nick's favorite.
No, I do 3 Little Pigs by Green Jello.
They have that on karaoke.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
And I don't karaoke.
Well,
I do. Eventually, when I've drunk enough to work at my courage.
I
don't-
feel that if you're doing a Green Jello song, you're not really karaokeing.
No.
Have you ever listened to Green Jello?
Not an extensive amount.
Not intentionally.
I don't believe I've heard of them.
The world's worst punk band, Green Jello?
It's not the world's worst punk band.
Maybe you can educate us after the game. We can have a musical listening
People
sharing.
listening at home, go check out Green Jello right now.
Or go and check out your favourite local head designer on the news.
Head designer.
Head design? No, headpiece designer. Shut up.
Everyone likes to design a bit of head.
If you go to
Might get a job.
Shut up. I'm probably good at that too. I'm that good.
And also, happy birthday to Nick for yesterday or the day before or whenever the fuck it was.
Yesterday.
Did you get any good presents?
I got
Guess
some.
the public must
I
know.
got some gift cards from my mom to like Taco Cabana and stuff, which was nice.
Had I actually known, I might have been able to buy you something.
I'll make you something.
It didn't.
You know it was your birthday.
The only reason I knew was because Facebook told me, and Tifa told me, and it's not. You know, everyone got your date of birth on the website.
I don't make a big deal about my birthday.
Oh, I posted it on the website. I'm terribly sorry.
No, I don't mind if people talk about it. Just like personally, I don't. It's just not something that has ever been like a big deal for me.
But it could be, Nick.
I'm sure
Anyway.
next year will be interesting.
Why? What's next year?
It's a big
3-0.
one.
A
Yeah.
big one. 50, 60.
Yeah.
What is a big one,
Finally
Nick?
tried.
I don't even know how old are you. Is this your 29th birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big one next year then.
Like, a bit like yours, Hal.
A little bit like mine, sweetie. Yes, a bit like mine.
Oops.
I have a big one coming. Apparently, that's what she said.
Oh, Lindsay's been shopping at that store again.
For now.
You wish.
Okay, kiddos, you took back the head of that dude. You handed in your quest. You, congratulations, have returned the dwarf dude with his map, no less, to the town. You rested, and it is now the morning where you're planning your next maneuver.
And I wake up in bed next to some type of tavern wench.
Oh! Yeah, you still had it. Are you going to try to woo her?
I feel I did, because she stayed with me the night, so...
Well, she said
She's gonna stab you in the back and steal all your gear, you know.
I think in Nick's head she did.
I was gonna say I thought we provide her own separate room and stuff.
We gave her the money, but Nick was promising that he wouldn't touch her if she just stayed in his room.
But then I boozed her up, so you know.
If you sleep right beside me with your body right against mine, I won't touch you.
That's right. I
Oh,
promise to
man.
keep my hands behind my back the whole time.
Yeah, that's not shady at all.
No. As long just keep my penis in your mouth and I won't move.
Oh God! No.
Yeah, again, Hal lowers the
Sorry.
Just grab her by the
Sorry.
head and just start moving her head and be like, I said I wouldn't.
Let me tell you what my favorite tune is so you can hum it.
So what is next on our quest log? Where are we meant to be going next?
Hang on. Nick, make me a perception check.
A perception check?
If we're doing nighttime.
Is it,
Nick's canoodling with this woman.
hells yeah.
Canoodling.
Well, seeing as she has like Bugbear VD and all that, you know.
That's right. There's all kinds of... Yeah, you need to take a look at this one, Nick.
The crabs are about yay big.
Start with perception and see how that runs out.
Right,
That's
did
not
it
bad. You get advantage.
Yeah.
No, you get
She's
16.
definitely nicking all your shit.
She's nicking all your crap, Nick.
Mm.
I don't get advantage. Why is it that that if you click on the character sheet, it always does advantage?
Because it saves it from you having to have two buttons.
You can ignore the second roll if you're...
Yeah.
Don't have it.
It rolls advantage / disadvantage. It rolls it twice, basically.
Okay. So 16.
Okay. She seems charming most of the evening. She doesn't drink a great deal, but she does hang on your arm. She tells you how impressed she is that you're a great hero, and you talk about some of your achievements. It seems like her family came from the area that you were particularly heroic in, so she knows some of your stories.
Yeah, I am pretty awesome.
Apparently, you're pretty awesome.
That's why.
And once you're asleep, she'll shape change, and you'll be buggered 6 ways to Sunday, and
Buy a what? Buy a what?
whatever she really is.
Oh.
Not a tavern wench.
So,
She wasn't ever a tavern wench. She was an adventurer or
I
something.
don't know where that came from, Tavern Wench.
did she tell us her name?
Yes.
Vireth. Or Vireth.
Virith.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
written down on here.
Virith?
Yes. Virith.
Virith?
However
Virith.
well that's spelled.
Okay.
Virus.
So, Virith, what do you do?
Well, I think we're in a similar profession, Mr. Guybrush. Perhaps you're far better than I, but I am, shall we say, adept at
Assassination.
being quiet when needed. So perhaps we should try that out this evening. What do you say?
Holy no!
Dirty
I don't know.
bitch.
Sometimes it's a lot more fun to be loud.
Can I cast silence on his room?
I find the greatest skill is in keeping one to oneself. Shall we go and secrete ourselves upstairs in the room? She gives you a
let me go.
bicep a little
She's gonna
squeeze.
secrete something.
I've never had an elf before.
Oh, dear God.
Are you as big as your reputation?
He's the more masculine of our elves.
Somewhat true. Essentially.
You know what they say about elves, right?
No.
Once you go elf, you reach the top shelf.
Oh.
Nice.
Elf, where twig and berries is literal.
Oh ho.
That was beautiful. Did you just make that up?
He's pretty fast. He's pretty good at this.
That's funny.
Especially when it comes to penis analogies and stuff.
Penis analogy.
I'm sure you're very well prepared.
So she seems keen.
So we go back up to my room. I assume she is well versed in the roguish ways.
She has very dexterous fingers.
Oh boy.
So I make sure to lock all my stuff up before.
Well, where are you going to do that? There's
What?
really not much to lock stuff in. Your room locks, but beyond that,
You know I can't cure
Just an
disease
in.
yet.
I'll figure something out. I'm sure there's penicillin somewhere. I'll just leave some bread out.
I'll just leave some bread out. What's that on the bread?
It's my cure for herpes.
It's red mold. Okay, so business occurs in the upper rooms.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
It's very quiet. Stealthily quiet, even.
Yeah, sure it is.
So, what are the rest of you doing other than hammering wenches in the night?
Not getting involved in that.
Gudrun, what's he called? Gudrun Roxia? Is it Gudrun?
Gundren.
Except,
Gundren. I was thinking it's Gudrun for some reason. Gundren is buying rounds at the bar and is extremely happy. He is quite beaten, but getting incredibly drunk.
I will join in.
He is literally buying rounds at the bar.
Well, I would hate to be not supportive of his buying drinks in the bar, so I will accept gladly.
Yeah, he seems to have got a loan from Barthen before heading in here.
Woo.
So, yes, he's buying you guys particularly lots of drinks.
As he should be.
After a while, he kind of smiles and staggers upstairs. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna get the treasure. As he staggers upstairs.
Keep your eye on your map. There's nefarious types about.
Yeah. He pats his pocket of his jerkin and heads upstairs.
I think he's talking about me.
And your compatriots.
There's like 3 thieves in the building, and you move them all.
3 thieves in the building, and they all could just walk away with it if they really wanted to.
That's right.
At least with everyone else, though, like, I'm a lot more likely to just kill him in his sleep, though.
Well, and now that I know the Miners' Exchange is riddled with, ne'er-do-wells and...
Ne'er-do-wells.
But we get a discount.
Are you sanding something, Lindsay?
It does
Are you
sound like
sanding something?
something. I think she was moving the microphone.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, I was just moving my laptop back into its optimum position.
It sounded like you were sanding your desk.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I just picked it up and...
Just a noisemaker.
God, I can't do anything, can I?
No. Is everybody getting shit-faced drunk, or on
Moderation.
Gundren in moderation? Moderately drunk. Very good. Everyone's
I was
literally having a good
dwarf
time. Even
already.
Sildar is in here having a good time with everyone else. He's very happy to see his friend.
Huzzah for friends.
So, everybody wakes in the morning with a sore head and a throbbing penis. That's just Nick.
I don't wake up with a sore head and a throbbing penis. I'm fairly convinced that does not happen to me.
Unless you fell into bed with Hella again.
Right?
Oh yeah, one of us. No, it's not my turn to be that.
It's not my turn to be
It's your
that.
turn. I'm pretty sure I did that last time and the time before.
Alright. Nicholas,
What's up?
I was
you wake up and your conquest is gone.
What kind of bullshit is that?
He seems
You're
to have
tied-
left early morning.
Is all
With
my
your stuff, you're tied to the bed.
is all my shit still there?
There is a note on top of your clothing.
But all my stuff is still there, right?
From where you are, you can seem to see most of your things are still over there.
All right, I read the note.
The note says, "Thank you for an amazing night."
Aww, she's so sweet to you.
You realise that your trousers are missing?
What?
Did she leave him a nice skirt instead?
Nope, there's just there's a little smiley face in the bottom corner of the note.
She stole your pants.
Did you take my pants seriously, Hal?
He has seriously taken your trousers, yes.
That's amazing.
Trophy
and funny.
time.
Amazing and funny. Sorry.
Well, you
Works
did
for me.
that bottom armor anyways. Your armor now consists of assless chaps and
No,
vests.
you just got to walk around with a tunic and you just hope the wind doesn't blow.
Or he does hope that the wind blows him.
Well, no, but the rest of you hope it doesn't. The wind doesn't. Things constantly waiting there to nullify the wind if it gets too bad.
Thaumaturgy.
Exactly. Keep it down.
Well, in fairness, I do.
You probably have other trousers.
Yeah. And I do have.
Or you could probably do a walk of shame to buy some more.
That's right. You can always do a walk of pantsless shame through the village.
No, wait. Does armor count? Is armor part of pants too, or
Depends on the armor.
studded leather?
That was probably she's probably
They used
taken
to
the
have
leather
pants.
trousers. Yeah, they used to have leather trousers that went with that armor. Your armor's mostly the top part. There was probably a pair of leather trousers that went with that are now missing.
So she took my armor trousers.
Well, no, she took the trousers you wear with your armor. Your armor's mostly just the top bit.
You
So
need
I-
the leather kilts now.
So I don't lose any of my
No.
armor class.
No, you're gonna be fine in just your tights. You'll be fine.
It'll just be
Didn't
breezy.
you just seduce him because they have the same pant size?
Maybe.
I'm not saying that that's not a thing that happens. I mean, like, if I was gay, I would only go for guys who had good fashion sense, so I could double my wardrobe.
So you're admitting to use the same tactics?
Oh, I absolutely would. I absolutely would.
That's so funny.
I don't
Okay.
blame her for it, but I'm gonna have to kick her ass.
Breakfast is occurring in the common room.
Is she down there?
Nope, she's not down there.
That
Time
fucking
for
hell.
all the sausages.
Time for all the sausages. There's one you probably don't want that's coming down the stairs.
Oh,
I have my common clothes on. I have my common pants on.
Yeah, you do. You've got your linen trousers on or whatever they are.
I sit down at the table. Well, she stole my pants.
Is that a euphemism?
No, she stole my pants.
Droop giggles.
well,
Maybe
good
we
thing you did a
misjudged your
discount.
naivety.
Droop giggles and starts scribbling something in Goblin on a piece of paper.
You sure she didn't steal anything else? I speak Goblin.
did
I
she
assume that
steal
means I
it?
read it.
He seems to be writing a very badly rhyming Goblin song about Master's pants being stolen.
Drew, do not write that song. That is not a song that you should have written. I grab it and crumple it up and throw it. Not that.
But you're stifling his creativity.
You can just blame it on the Bassanova.
See, it would make you seem more believable, Guybrush, if you were
I don't.
humbled.
I
It's
don't.
humanizing having a song about his twigs and berries being free in the breeze.
I don't need a song about my pants being stolen by.
Guybrush, the heroic assassin.
And lo, he did wield his mighty weapon.
And his bow and arrow.
And the ladies had quite a titter.
quite a titter. Yes. To be honest, it's a goblin, so it's going to be quite crude, I would suspect.
Yeah.
It's going to have the word cock in it at least 3 times in the first verse.
The first line is just cock, cock, cock.
Exactly.
So it is quite like
That's
Nick.
the chorus.
That's the chorus.
Well, that's fair.
Cock, 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 flowing in the breeze.
I like it. It's good. I like it. It's super. But obviously in
Or-
goblin.
Let's see, bouncing in the breeze. That would be better.
Bouncing.
Uh,
Wobbling.
Did anyone see which way she went?
Huh?
She.
No.
She
Well,
ran-
there's 2 serving when she's dealing with breakfast down here. And then there's the innkeeper.
I go and ask them if they saw where my roommate from last night went.
Check their head. They haven't seen her this morning.
Oh, God damn it. I guess I'd sit down and eat breakfast with my compatriots.
Gundren eventually teeters down the stairs. He's looking a little worse for wear, but he shakes it off pretty quick as he starts to eat.
At least you didn't get your fucking pants stolen.
Elf! Oh, that's so funny. Ha ha ha.
It's okay, she let me put it in her butt.
What, your pants?
No. Not my pants.
Let him.
That is certainly something I did not want to know.
What, did I put it in her butt?
Nah.
Oh.
Has to be said, the fantasy game just got a lot less fantasy right there.
In fairness,
You just went down in her journal as mostly harmless.
That's right, mostly.
Or did it get a bit more fantasy in this case?
That's right. 50 Shades of Guybrush.
in fairness, that's a lot less than I've paid for some sex, so...
Or would that be 50 strokes of Guybrush?
Would he last that long?
It's not going to take. It's not going to take 50, is it? Really?
Hey, it's a race.
You never know. Maybe he abstains most of the time, so he can really like hold on for a little longer.
It's a race. That's funny.
She had him at hello.
She had him at hello. He came and went.
Guybrush.
If you
Would
can't
never
finish
do
by the
that.
time I do, that's your fault, not mine.
I'm sure that he would be most gentlemanly like in his treatment of women.
Not when the bitch steals my pants.
What exactly leads you to have this suspicion?
Hope.
Go with that, Marigold.
Well,
So,
Marigold's got a crush on him, so you know.
so we're going to be going and doing some treasure hunting.
I think it's about time we see what you brought us out to Phandelver for.
Well-
All right. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a scrap of paper, which he unrolls on the table.
Haha! What is it?
What he unrolls appears to be an empty piece of paper with a smiley face in the middle of it.
And she says, "Thanks for the map."
It's the comedian.
Does it match the
So-
smiley face on
It does. It's almost
Guybrush's note?
exactly the same.
who can track?
Where's my map?
I would suspect perhaps the one with Guybrush's trousers.
Bitch stole my pants and the map?
Looks
She a
like
bitch.
And she's probably got a good head start because she went as soon as you nodded off at 9:45.
But Gundren, didn't you say that there was some knowledge that you had that only you could find the caves?
I know roughly where they are. My brothers went to head to them. Then my map was supposed to let me follow on with the supplies. I think I can find it without the map. I've been poring over it for long enough, but it would have been better off with it. We might spend a day wandering the hills looking for the entrance.
Do we have anybody that can track her?
Don't know. Do you have a tracker type?
Yes, I have track. I have survival, but 4. I guess that would be somewhat useful, right?
Yes.
Could try my observation skills, but
If we can get a quick grasp, but otherwise, if she's gone without a trace, we're best just heading straight for where she's likely to be.
And I will try my skill of find pants.
Find pants.
Find pants. That well-known.
It does not look like I did too well finding pants.
You
Unless-
do not find pants.
Unless,
Can be purchased from
do I
a
have-
tailor.
Exactly.
do I have
Investigation.
advantage of find pants?
I don't think you do. Make me are you heading off outside? Make me a perception check.
Is there a flagpole?
That would be funny. You walk outside looking around for signs of where your trousers may have gone. Across the square outside the Lion Shield Costa, There is a reasonably thin gentleman. He appears to be wearing your pants.
I walk over to him and grab him by the collar. Where did you
do that?
Oh!
These pants? They're mine. Where did you get them?
Oh. I traded him for an horse this morning.
Okay, well, first things first, give me my pants.
They're my pants now.
Give me my pants now.
How do I know they're your pants? You've got pants of your own.
My name's written on the inside of them.
Guybrush Threepwood.
It's Guybrush, you illiterate fuck. Now give me my goddamn pants.
Yes, Master Guybrush.
You know I've murdered people for less than that,
He takes
right?
off his trousers. Clearly, he has been rubbing his junk inside them all morning.
Would I
Go
consider
watch
this an
him.
evil act?
What?
Would I consider this an evil act? Isn't he just robbing a guy of his pants?
Well, technically, yes, he is robbing the guy of his pants, but they are his pants.
No, because
That's hearsay.
if something of yours is stolen and then ends up and somebody pawns it, and then you find it in the pawn shop has to give it to you because it's yours.
Did you say it's mine?
My fucking name's in it.
I like how his mum sews his name into his trousers.
I'm gonna write my name in all sorts of shit.
I leave my
Throws. Just get like a big bit of chalk. Throws. Throwing out owns the inn.
Which way did this lady go on the horse?
He looks confused. Was a man.
What?
Was a man with a big ginger beard.
Oh, God damn it. God fucking damn it.
You fell for it. Oh, Mr. Guybrush.
Does she have a ginger beard when you were...
No, and she had a vagina as well. So.
No, you did say she lets you put it up the ass.
It's one of many places I put it.
Are you sure about that?
I know where my dick goes, fuckface.
So
Apparently not as well as you think.
Sky spell, doppelganger, or Guybrush is really nearsighted.
Which way?
Went north out of the city, out of the town. Quite early this morning.
What type of horse?
It's a white horse, a normal horse.
Whatever kind of horse is worth one pair of pants.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's gotta be half lame.
There was some gold as well.
Is any of my fucking gold missing, Hal?
No, none of your gold is missing.
Oh my god.
However, some of Gundren's is.
Well, and I gave her like 20 gold in case she needed to
Buy a
buy
horse.
her own room or anything.
Buy a horse.
Way to fucking go!
In case she needs to get away from Guybrush.
Exactly, which apparently she did.
Here's some pants, and yes, apparently.
She got away from Guybrush and then some.
Apparently, it's what every maiden wants: is Guybrush to shag you and make a man of you.
You shagged the woman right out of her.
Do you have any horses that are faster?
I've got some horses. I can't say I race them that often. She's probably been gone 3 hours. You're not going to catch her.
You motherfucker.
What? You got your pants back. He's scratching his nutsack. It looks kind of red.
You should go back to your home now.
Oh, I'm gonna go get some pants from inside here first. He enters the Costa. His bottom is kind of pimply.
Is there a fucking laundromat around here or something?
There's a river probably to the
Did
south.
one of us get prestidigitation?
Yeah, true.
No, isn't the mend clean clothes or something?
Prestidigitation can clean clothes.
Yeah.
I don't know whether they can get junk stains off the inside though.
Is it possible for a priestess to cure disease from fabric?
It's leather.
Well, it is leather.
I did like how those trousers felt though. I have to say I might get myself a pair.
Alright, you need to buy me some new pants, dude, because you have fucked them up royally.
I can cure disease.
No, I didn't. I just had them on for a few hours.
Yeah, you're disease-ridden fucking...
No.
While you argue with her, she
Fine.
gets further and further ahead.
Just a little bit itchy in the mornings.
It definitely looks like you need some ointment, sir.
Yeah. I just use milk. Slightly gone off. Rub it all over. It's lovely.
Ugh. LA suppresses a gag.
You should try it.
No.
I didn't know that was in your skill set,
I
Hele.
put some on this morning before putting your pants on, so it might be a little crusty in there. I do apologise.
Ah.
A bit of water will get it right off.
Lucky one.
So I go to the Miners Exchange to buy some new pants.
So, are you really a famous hero? Because he said you were. He said these were the pants of a famous hero. Why I gave him such a good deal on that horse. I thought I was wearing hero's pants. Maybe something good would happen.
No, famous error.
Perhaps you should give his. You should give the pants back to him at least.
No, I'm not going to do that because I'm going to strangle the bitch with them.
You need to burn them.
I'm going to
Maybe-
fucking make her eat them.
We
You'll
either, need,
contract it.
we either need to get after the lady boy, or we need to try and beat her to the cave.
Nick's hoping it's a disguise kit with a big stick-on beard.
Well, if we can't catch up to her with the map, the best we can do is head off quickly and hope we can catch up with her at the cave and see if Gundry can find it again.
Aye.
I'm going to kill that fucking bitch.
Chuckleson.
I think that's fair to my alignment, Hal.
You're an assassin, dude.
If I murder some cunt who steals my pants,
Wash your hands with vinegar before you touch anybody else, alright?
I go to the Miners Exchange and buy some new goddamn pants.
You buy some pants.
Alright, so do we need to get horses and follow after this whore of Babylon?
Hey, I already got 2 horses in a cart.
And I've got a pony.
We
Yay!
need fast horses.
You return to the inn where the rest of them are, and the waitresses are kind of giggling about you.
If it's a pressing concern, we can split up the 500 gold we got to give 100 each.
What can I buy? I never can think of what my character might need because I'm kind of different. to everyone else.
Didn't you buy like a mastiff dog a while back?
Oh, what? Sorry.
Like a riding
dog. Did you buy a riding dog? I thought you bought. Yeah, you did buy a ride. Yeah,
I bought some kind of dog. Yeah.
you bought a riding dog, I believe.
And that's just as fast as any horse. So
Okay, just making sure everyone has it. 100 gold each, because it's easy to split.
All right.
How much is a fast horse?
I have loads of money because I never spend anything.
Riding horse is 75 first.
In
Yeah.
fairness, there's not a whole lot to spend it on.
There
Yeah.
isn't. It's just
Well-
stuff.
Especially when you can't have like certain things because of your like not being able to have better armor and things like that. So I always worry that I'm missing out on like buying stuff because it just never occurs to me.
Yes, a riding horse is 75,
Hold on.
and there are riding horses to be had.
Cool.
And if you need bit and bridle and saddles and stuff, that's extra.
I can ride on my riding dog though, right?
Yes, you probably need a saddle for it. You probably got it when you bought it. I can't remember.
well, surely elves know how to ride bareback.
Especially in the inn.
On a big guy that looked like
Aye.
Brian Blessed with a ginger beard. Big bushy beard. You think he'd have noticed?
Well, he was kind of drunk.
I was
Yeah.
not drunk.
I guess I'm always surprised at how fast my beard grows overnight.
It's true.
I'm gonna kill her.
We're gonna have a great reputation around here. I can see it
How are
now.
you gonna be lucky if I don't murder you as well? Just putting that out there.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. You're the GM. You can do what the hell you like.
It's true.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you properly troll somebody.
Yeah.
It's okay. Hal's gonna get what's coming to him.
Is it going to be in the ass?
Yes.
Can I stick on a big ginger beard?
I believe it's a merkin.
Perhaps he was tucking.
I know the difference between a penis and a vagina, Hal.
He may have just had both.
Yeah, maybe he did have both.
I know the difference.
Wait, he was an elf?
Had both. That's funny.
Well,
Anyhow,
hermaphrodites are possible.
Gudrun is packing up the cart with mining supplies that he's got from Barlon's. The same cart that you guys dropped off.
Yay.
All right, Gundren, seems like it's a race.
Huh? How come? Oh, yeah. That
Yeah.
woman. Mum and man.
Because you let her steal the fucking map.
I was drunk.
Weren't you
Son of a
supposed to be
bitch, you
watching
told her
her
to watch
all
out
night,
for the map.
Guybrush?
What?
Weren't you supposed to be watching her all night?
No!
Until he fell asleep right after.
Oh.
Remember we had the whole conversation about how there were a bunch of thieves around and don't let anyone take the fucking map? Remember that conversation?
I think I locked my door.
Damn it, God damn it, God damn it, God damn it!
It's alright, I think I know where it is.
Get on the road.
You head out up the Tribo Trail. We need to go to Overland. I guess we should. Here we go.
To the tribal.
Overland! Boom!
Three moors.
Here's the Overland map. Maybe. Eventually. There it goes. Okay, so you
So
are...
did somebody see 3 pigs on this trail or something?
Yes, it's 3 Pig Trail, that's right. Stop that. Misclicking everywhere. You should totally have given Droop levels. He'd have been hardcore by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he'd be taking a class like Bard.
Yeah, he would. And he'd be awesome at it.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
He's the best goblin bard ever. I forgot how to say bard. That is so sad.
You head
Hal
north.
had that problem.
Yeah, it's true. You head north up the path that leads to the Tribor Trail, and then Gudrun leaves the trail, heads alongside the hills over here.
Mm.
It's this way somewhere. Somebody want to make me a survival check to try and help Gudrun find this place? I mean, you guys have seen the map too,
Sure.
so you know roughly where it is.
Does everyone want to make survival checks?
Do you want?
Where be skills? Oh, they're there.
23.
23 is pretty good.
Wow, 23 is pretty good.
That is pretty good.
I got a 6.
Thing
I
is
got,
awesome at
why did it
survival.
roll 2, Hal, when I clicked it?
What?
Why did it roll 2 when I clicked it?
It always does it.
It always
Okay.
does that. You take the first one unless you're rolling advantage or
Oh,
disadvantage.
okay. So it was 13 then.
Yes. After, probably takes you the best part of most of the day to find it. Gudrun is certain it's in an area, but it takes a while to locate it. It is
Oh.
So when you say it's beside a hill, Gundren, do you mean one covered with grass or one that's bare?
right there.
Wait, where?
Where?
Where it says it, Wave Echo Cave by the X.
Right there.
Okay.
Yes. Right where it says Wave Echo Cave by that X.
So,
Takes a
right at
while.
the start of the
Gudrun
circle.
thinks it's closer to the kind of the plains than it is, and he's unwilling to kind of wander into the mountains quite so far until you say perhaps it's up this path, and eventually you find it. It's starting to get. It's probably going to be kind of approaching early evening as you kind of find the way into it. It is essentially a mine entrance, hidden away kind of up and around the back of a bunch of fallen rocks.
Are there fresh tracks going into this mine entrance?
With your wondrous survival check, you can tell that there are tracks leading in and out.
Mm. Well, arm up.
Okay.
Shield ready.
Mage armor.
Axe at the ready.
Hooray!
So are you going in now? Nighttime coming on?
It's always night in the mine.
Just running out there. You've been travelling all day. I don't mind whether you are or you aren't, but I think Gudrun's going to need a character in a minute just to put on the map, because he's going to want to help you.
At least I gave him armor.
Yes,
Well, we definitely want to at least investigate a little bit into the mine shaft to see if we could use the inside as a shelter.
it's a good idea.
I could use dancing lights to help us investigate.
Perception.
Lights just spoil your sight.
Perception checks, please.
Yeah, we'll need a light source. Perception.
18.
20.
12, which
Wow.
is worse than my passive.
Anyone over 16 hears a booming noise from inside the cave that sounds like waves crashing against cliffs.
It's like the echo of a wave.
I hear the ocean.
Shockingly.
Amazing that needs a 16 to hear a booming sound.
It's
Yeah.
quite faint from where you are outside of the cave.
But if we hold the mine up to our ear,
And hear the sounds of the sea.
So that means the mines are flooded.
well, there could be a spring inside there or something.
Yeah, some portion would have to have some water in it.
But
What?
enough for a booming sound?
There could be a cataract in there.
I suppose that's fair.
What's
So,
some other weird thing that causes it to make noise?
You know that waterfall you go over when you go to the land of the lost?
Oh, yeah.
Damn it. God damn it.
Marshall, Will, and Holly.
there is a small entrance ahead of you that you believe leads to Wave Echo Cave.
Alright, lighting a torch.
Are you just wandering in?
Readying my axe.
It is well hidden in the foothills of the Sword Mountains. It's not surprising that people haven't found this place for a long time. It's partly caved in at the entrance. It is hard work to get into the entrance to the cave. Are you heading in?
Yeah.
Awesome. I have a map for this place.
Hmm.
I guess that's exciting, isn't it? Another map. Let's see if I can get you moved onto it. Hold on. Players. I have too many maps.
Do you have that wonderful dynamic lighting in this map, too?
I believe there may be dynamic lighting in this map, I'm afraid. Oh no.
Or
no,
not.
Apparently I didn't get round to dynamically lighting this map, so don't look
Yay.
at nothing. Hang on, let me
Oh,
move
where
back
are
to
we?
Cragmore Castle. What do we want to do? I can probably put Fog of War on.
That would be easiest, because you won't have to set up walls for that, like dynamic lighting.
Yeah. Hang on, let me set that up.
I'm fine with just seeing the whole map.
Well, I don't mind seeing the whole map, but I know how badly you play with Fog of War enabled. Is that all I need to do?
Should be. It should get it a little bit darker for you if you apply the
It
setting.
did.
Well, everything's black right now.
And that's because you're on a different map. Hold on. I'm pulling you back to Wave Echo Cave. There we go. That's much better.
And then just reveal an area and set us up.
How do I reveal an area?
There should
I've
be
never
an
used
eyeball.
this before. Hang on.
An
An eyeball that says reveal areas.
Yeah.
I've got it.
If you hold control and drag, it will actually align to the grid.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So if I do that, it makes a little yellow box that then reveals an area. Bottom left, it should be.
Yep.
You got
And
it?
if you ever want to get more tricky, you can reveal the polygon.
Okay.
Again, if you hold control, you can just click and anchor it to grid axes.
I gotcha. Mm-hmm.
And then once there's an area, you would right-click on the area and it would reveal it.
Cool.
Hmm.
I think we're just going to be going simple through this point.
Yeah. And that's-
Okay, everybody can drop. Do you want to pull yourselves on, or do you want me to do it? Do I have to do it?
I think you have to do it still.
Okay. Who's first? You going first, Roderick?
Yeah, probably.
Then there you are.
Jesus.
Here's a will
Hang
practice.
fire.
Human with a torch.
I'll put you on the GM overlay. Hold on, let me drop you onto the token layer. There you are.
In fairness, she should have a torch too, right?
Who?
Virith.
Yeah.
If she's really human.
We really have no idea what she is, but as far as we can tell, human.
If she's really
Magic
human.
can do strange things.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, she's got lots of spells that make her all, like, not look like she's there and stuff.
What I should really do is hew through a few support beams and collapse the entrance behind us.
It's a good idea. Lock yourself into the cave.
Therefore, that way she can't sneak past us.
Yeah, the bitch.
Yeah.
Yes, but what about us?
Totally won't run out of oxygen.
We'll sort that out later.
I'm more worried about getting retribution for her stealing my pants. So
Dwarves have been breathing underground for generations. It's
While
fine.
generating your own like subplot about your pants, we still have a mission to do.
Pants.
fuck your mission. Bitch stole my shit.
Yes. Well, maybe if we go and do this mission, and you'll be in a better position to exact revenge
Oh, buy more pants.
and buy more pants.
Y'all have your priorities. I have mine.
I'll
Yeah,
keep you to sleep with women you find in bugbear bedrooms.
The problem with working in a team is that we require all of the
That's
team
funny.
to be around to pull their weight.
Bugbear bedrooms, I like that.
Well, right now, it seems like our priorities are aligned in finding this woman and, exacting revenge for her stealing from me.
Maybe she was stealing from you for a perfectly valid and good Samaritan type reason. Maybe she needed things more than you did.
Maybe her parents are being held prisoner and she did it so that she could sell it to make a ransom.
Exactly.
She also stole the map.
That's a bit more of a problem.
No,
Again.
it's not. 'Cause
And
it
your
stole
reputation
from me.
since you shagged a ginger dude.
Shagged a ginger dude.
She stole my fucking pants.
And bruised your ego, we understand.
Wasn't
But she
just
gave
his
him to that
ego.
nice homeless man or horse seller or whatever.
Stop bruising
Yeah,
my ego. It's a matter
You guys should be able to control Gudrun as well. Gundrun.
Gundren, obey my will.
Nope.
Oh, I set him to be controllable by you, I think. You should be able to... Oh, no, hold on. Let me
I'm
look.
going to go and quickly reheat my lunch.
Character
Lunch.
presents controlled by... Try now.
Yeah. Oh, Gundren, maybe you should go to the back by Guybrush.
Yeah.
Why is that?
4 hit points.
Yeah, he's a commoner. No one ever asked.
Yeah.
He's-
Somewhere in the center.
He's basically a miner, so while he can use weapons, he's not particularly good with them. But he is keen to try.
But don't we...
I'll switch places with Gundren.
Okay, go ahead, you can control him. I was wondering you'd be like, God, you're feeble.
Honestly, I was going to do that anyway because of the sheer fact that he was kidnapped by goblins.
Yeah, he's only got 4 hit points, he's just a commoner. He is
At
a
least he's
dwarven
well
commoner.
armored now.
Yep, he's a dwarf commoner.
Hill or mountain?
Yes, he's a mountain dwarf.
Ah. They're a good sort.
They're a good
He
so you a hill
wears his
dwarf.
armor well.
I'm a hill dwarf.
Yes. Okay, so you're coming into a room.
Mm-hmm.
Let me expose the room with this new ear tool, Polygon. Hold Shift to snap to grid, Control Z to undo last point, right click or exit to complete. So I just click points and it'll reveal it, right?
Yeah, but you'll have to make an actual shape, so...
I gotcha.
And it'll show you what shape you currently have.
Da, 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 da. Whee! Shape! Boom! Apparently I missed a bit.
But yes, and this is
Oh.
why I like this is why I like Fog of War.
How's that?
Good.
Very good. I'm learning. Thank you, Lockhart.
Those
Okay.
rocks look suspicious.
The entrance tunnel leads into a large cavern supported by a natural pillar of rock and containing 3 stalagmites. In the western part of the cave, behind the column of rock, are 3 bedrolls and a heap of ordinary supplies. Sacks of flour. Thank you, baby. sacks of flour, bags of salt, casks of salted meat, lanterns, flasks of lamp oil, pickaxes, shovels, and other gear. Amid the supplies, you see the body of a dwarf miner, dead for at least a week. The northeast section of the cavern has collapsed, forming a 10-foot wide, 20-foot deep pit. A sturdy hemp rope is tied off around a nearby stalagmite and dangles down the side of the pit, at the bottom of which is a rough-hewn tunnel leading northeast and east.
Gundren, is this one of your business partners?
Oh no! Gundren runs over. It's me brother, Nundra!
Nundra?
Oh, I can't believe he's dead. Wonder where my other brother is. Oh no, hold on, that's a lie. I lied! It's my other brother, Tharden. My brother Nundo's supposed to be here. I hope he's alive. He kind of positions his brother on his back in a respectful position and covers his face with a blanket.
May I use a perception check to determine how he died?
Sure.
Just out of curiosity.
It would be better if you have a heal skill.
Do I have a heal skill?
Heal skill would be better.
I have heal.
Medicine, Hal.
Is it medicine?
Yeah,
Yes.
I have medicine.
I'm sorry, I think it's heal and it's not, it's medicine. Medicine would be better.
Got a 13.
That for medicine?
Mm-hmm.
It says so. Thing? Wanna look?
Sure. Did not take that.
Ooh.
25.
Thing is
Do you have advantage on
fire
that?
with the skill
Yeah.
rolls tonight.
How do you have advantage on that? Oh,
Oh,
'cause
so
you got
it's one of my class ones or whatever. I don't have advantage, I guess. I have whatever the
you got a bonus.
having my proficiency in it is. So
So you
24.
got 24.
Well, he is a hard hitter and a healer, so it makes sense.
Thank you. How was the lasagna? Okay. He appears to have been cut to pieces in his sleep.
Wait,
Like
really?
a week ago.
Hold on. We needed to do a check to notice that he had been cut to pieces.
Well, he's been killed with bladed weapons.
Do one of the cuts bear the etching from the sword that, inscribed with the black spiders?
Yeah, there's a spider shape on his head.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean,
Well,
Hele, being vastly intelligent as she is, clearly the bad guys, so to speak, that Bugbear had this map for a while. And just because he still had it on his person doesn't mean it's not possible to have made a copy and sent some people over here.
Makes sense.
then
Just-
that is a
just,
fair point.
Just throwing it out there as an option.
Have we been betrayed?
No.
I wouldn't say betrayed, just...
I have a theory.
I'll be right back.
Was it bunnies? Might have been bunnies.
They're always bunnies. They're evil.
It's not as if a map could be copied.
Why?
Is that beyond wizardly skills?
Well, I didn't mean to say it like that. I meant it is possible that they copied the map since the leader had the map for some time.
Ah. So you meant it the opposite the way you said it.
Yes,
We girls tend to say things the wrong way around occasionally. Deal with it.
It loses something translating from the Elvish.
Should I have a black screen?
Yeah, you need to be the bottom left of it.
Yeah, scroll down.
Or middle left to me.
I had to zoom out like 20% in order to find it. So
Yeah, it's a pretty big map, this one.
I can't see anything other than black.
Keep going down on the left side.
How you can just do the...
I am
Anchors.
on the left side.
You can anchor players to where you point. You know?
How do I do it? Just press and hold.
You have to do control and press and hold, I believe.
I'm drawing polygons.
Or is
Hold
it
on.
shift?
I can't
Yeah.
see. Oh, maybe I did just see something. There we go.
Did I pull you there, or did you find it?
No, I think I found it. It wasn't at the bottom left of anything.
There we
Yes.
go.
It's
Like
shipped.
mid left to me.
I got it. Ish.
Thror, are you able to put him into, give him a few last rites here, as he is part of your race and religion?
Well, presumably he's, at least familiar with Morden.
Aye. He was a good lad. Paid respect to Moradin every morning.
I'll make the sign of the hammer over him and do, the appropriate.
What's the sign of the hammer? It's like this, waving your hand up and down over his head.
May he one day wake up to be a giant dwarf like Moradin.
Yes.
I love
Maybe-
giant dwarf.
Morden shall forge you into something useful.
Make me perception checks while he's doing that, people. Those who care. Let's move you in. You all seem to be in the cavern, so we'll put you in it.
So I'm probably too busy.
25.
Good enough. 25?
Mm-hmm.
Do we all need to make it, or
Why do I see 23?
Oh, okay, 23. I thought that I superimposed them both together. Sorry.
He's wearing a
that.
very nice pair of boots. The dead man's boots look nice.
Should we steal them?
Just you notice while the cleric is doing his thing.
Okay. Nice boots on this dude. Is he supposed to have nice boots?
Aye, they were our fathers.
We should take them back then.
Uh-huh.
Have them for your father's whatever.
Fathership.
I'd hate to send him forward into the afterlife with no boots on.
Exactly.
We could give him one of our sets of boots, I guess.
yes? Are they any sort of magical boot?
He used to say they made him feel lighter when he were walking.
They put a spring in his step.
Guybrush says, "Well, let's see what they do," and puts on the boots.
You immediately walk as fast as a dwarf.
Do I notice any effects?
You do feel a little lighter on your feet, I believe.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Perhaps they should stay within the family. I'm sure your boots would fit him as replacement, Gundren.
It would be fair.
I could happily take them back. Although, for all of the things you've done for us, if you wished them, I guess I could give them to you.
Well, perhaps you should wear the stealthy boots just in case we run into trouble. At least you can hide a little bit effectively.
Or I can keep work.
Why do they make the assumption they were stealthy boots?
Well, he's
Their boots
lighter.
are like
Actually,
climbing or something.
They make you feel lighter on your feet.
Striding, springing, or
Try jumping, Guybrush.
Guybrush jumps in the air.
smack
Jump-
into the ceiling.
Jump really far.
Yep.
Wow, that was impressive.
These are some nice boots. Look, I mean, when you're dead, boots are boots. So he can take mine, and I'll just hold on to these.
They're actually a lot less useful for Guybrush than anyone else in the party.
Are they?
Yes, they actually are.
I thought everyone...
After some kind of thought, Hilaire realizes that they're boots of striding and springing.
So I can move even faster?
No.
I was
Your
gonna say
speed
so.
while you wear these boots becomes 30 feet. Unless your walking speed is higher, and your speed is not reduced if you are encumbered or wearing heavy armor. In addition,
Marigold or I would benefit from it. But
whenever you jump, you can jump 3 times the normal distance.
But I don't have a good jump.
No. Well, you have a huge movement. So
Fine. Someone else can take the boots, and I will want
Just
to get...
throwing it out there. You're
Well, who
already
else?
pretty quick.
Who else would benefit from them most?
Slow
Well,
people.
Marigold or Thrower.
Yeah,
I'm pretty slow, aren't I?
we're both at 25, I
Yeah.
think.
What's your character? You're a cleric, aren't you?
Yeah.
Maybe I should have them because I'm more likely to be running
Yeah.
in and out and dodging and stuff.
You do kind of benefit from that extra movement to get up there and stab things with your blades.
Yeah.
You do have your thief magical sprinty stuff, but that would give you an extra 5 feet on each of your movements. So
And if she's able to move, then she can instead use that bonus action for a second stab.
yep.
Fine, here's the boots. I'll put my boots back on.
Boots of springing and striding, huh?
Riding
So-
and swinging.
You have to do that weird attunement thing with them.
No, they don't require attunement.
So do we put little halfling shoes on his big toe or something then?
Yeah. Gundren just looks around and finds some work boots in the supplies and puts them on his feet.
My leg's cramping. Ow.
Going on here?
Apparently she's cramping.
That's not good.
Cramping her style.
Yeah, my thigh all the way to my knee. It hurts.
Does it come under armor or inventory?
It's inventory. It's a foot item. It's not really armor. But it increases your base movement to 30. It means that your speed is never reduced if you are encumbered or wearing heavy armor, just like a dwarf. And in addition, whenever you jump 3 times the normal distance.
Cool.
That'll take a little getting used to.
Mm.
You jump into the ceiling or into the wall
So
a
my
few
base
times.
speed is now going to be 30.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
I guess
I
go
agree.
inspect the ropes leading down to the pit, right?
Yep. You pull on the rope. The rope seems hardy and strong.
I could send a light down there.
Well, we can see
That
the
shouldn't
bottom. It's only,
resist.
what do you say, 10 feet deep now?
Yes.
20.
Let me look.
It wasn't huge.
No, it's not very deep.
Okay.
20 feet deep, 10 foot wide.
Okay.
Easily within vision range then.
Every couple of minutes, there's like a thrumming as if water's hitting a cliff wall.
At least that'll cover some of our noise we're going to make moving about down here.
It appears to be coming. Well, it only happens every couple of minutes. It appears to be coming from the northeast. So, from where you are, mostly to the north. Are you climbing down this pit?
Just one question. So the other sleeping rolls and stuff, do they look like they've been used recently or mostly abandoned for the past week or so?
They don't look like they've been used. There's one that doesn't look like it's been used at all. It's still rolled up. There's the couple of them do look like they've been used. One had the guy in it. The other one looks like it's been used, but obviously didn't have a dead guy in it.
But
And there
there's
was
like,
one set. It looks like there were 2 people staying here, and they were getting ready for a third to join them.
but there's like dust and stuff on them that would show they haven't been used recently.
They haven't been. Yeah, you guesstimate. Well, Thing guesstimated with his disgusting survival that most of this stuff hasn't moved in about a week.
Okay.
Cave spiders.
So
Yeah.
at least it doesn't seem like whoever else is in here, they're not using this place as a base of operations.
They don't seem to be.
So that's not bad.
With Thing's great survival skill, did he notice any type of tracks that might belong to someone who was a pants thief?
He wasn't looking for pants thief tracks.
As being forensic. Or coroner, whatever.
Well,
What do pants thief tracks look like exactly?
They look like the tracks of a thieving whore.
they have very faint strands of corduroy and
Okay.
strands littered
Yeah.
in their footsteps.
They
I
alternate
see.
from petite woman to Brian Bloss at every other stride.
I like that. It's funny.
So with it being late, would we want to try and camp here first and explore in the morning then?
Yes, I think that sounds like the better option. And I can
This is the entrance room.
play with my boots.
My boots.
My boots.
Bolts.
Oh, yeah.
Set a watch.
Gotta find a goddamn magical bow soon.
My boots. My boots. My lady,
I don't know
lady.
if the magical forge is still intact here or whatever.
Okay, yes, there's a magical forge here, probably.
Was it forge
Okay.
of spells, they said?
Yeah, you guys rest. That's exciting. Are you setting watches?
Oh, yeah.
As per usual.
Do you have light?
Honestly, the people doing the majority of the watches don't need it.
Okay.
Elves got dark vision this edition, correct?
Yeah.
Poor Roderick's the only one blind.
Lindsay is too.
Oh.
The night passes relatively uneventfully. You hear noises moving ahead of you in the cave at various times, and the thrumming of the waves, or whatever hell is making that noise, is mildly annoying, but it is consistent, and eventually you do fall asleep to it.
You mean it doesn't lull us to sleep with
It does eventually, but it is a bit disconcerting for a while. After some time, you guys think it's the morning. Light starts to stream in from the entrance, and you are up. Seems like no one came or went in the night, although you did hear the movements of things up into the cave, flutterings and movings, maybe the odd sound of what you thought was shouting, but
Sturgis
far
cave
away.
trolls.
All right. So, do we want to head north or south?
So there are two entrances in the cave. There's here
Mm-hmm.
and here.
And north was where we hear the thumping.
Is
waving.
more to the north, yes. The noise of the wave is more to the north.
That sounds more likely then.
All right.
Okay.
Climbing
climbing on down the roof.
Torches lit for Roderick and Marigold to see by, and we'll at the bottom at least.
Strength athletics checks to climb down, people. Oh, that's without the rope. I guess you don't need to do it with the rope. You climb down the rope, I assume.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then you get to the bottom. Congratulations. You heading north?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good.
You know, the lack of acrobatics checks is really pissing me off.
Why?
Because they have fucking plus goddamn 8 to it.
You could try and call for acrobatics checks, right?
I've
You could have
tried,
backflipped off the edge of the hole.
Yeah,
you gotta try doing more acrobatic things.
Yeah, put yourself in acrobatic-y positions.
Every time I try it, you're like, no, it would be an athletics check, you fucking cunt.
That's exactly how I sound.
That is, you.
It's exactly how I sound. How is it possible that you aren't English exactly?
You know, you only get allowed to call people names like that when you actually socialise with them. Otherwise, you're just being mean to people you don't really know.
He took
Right.
2 bites of Cumbrian.
Well, I
Yeah.
never called Hal a cunt. I said that Hal called me a cunt.
I'd never use that bad language with you.
I get told off by Hal calls if I say that. So
Okay, move into the area, people.
let's move, people. I was looking up boots of springing and striding and liking it.
Oh, you were, huh?
Uh-huh.
Very good.
Marigold got a new pair of boots.
Well,
I like me some boots. It is true.
Red and shiny. And
I got a new attitude.
How did Droop get in the middle of the wall?
he's magic like that. Huh.
Lindsay, where are you wanting yourself in our movement?
Not where I am, probably. Like, back, sort of, maybe here.
Now you're in the wall. That's kind of a wall.
Is that a wall?
Yeah. I think you
Okay.
could be, like, there.
Yeah, you could. It's fine. Where's
be, like, behind
where's
him.
Gundren?
I don't know, we're on top of... Where? Somebody show me where they want me and I'll put myself there.
Just underneath Thror, I think.
We just throw...
Thror's the axe hammer dwarf.
Oh, beneath him. Okay,
Yeah.
there.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Sorry, I can't tell which is warm, which is not.
This area consists of numerous intersecting passages. The ceilings here are only 6 feet high, and several of the passages end in partially excavated rock faces. So some of you are stooping, and you feel very claustrophobic here.
Broderick is not stooping.
Well, no. I don't think any of you are 6 feet, but, you know.
I think Guybrush is the only one.
No, I'm a very short elf, apparently.
I thought you
Time
were
to use my
tall.
stone cutting.
He's the Santa's kind of elf. It looks like this was mining. This is a mining area. It looks like they were trying to extend the tunnels here.
I'm probably 2 inches short of 6 feet, actually.
Ooh.
I'm incredibly tall, actually. Yeah, I'm an inch short from 6 feet. I'm 5'11".
Cool. Which way are you heading?
These boots increase my speed by 10, not 5.
What?
It
Why?
says
To 30.
no, because I'm on 25.
Are you reading the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rules for boots of spring and striding?
I was reading the Pathfinder SRD rules.
This
that
is
what-
not Pathfinder.
Okay. Let me send me a link of where I can find my
I don't know whether there is an SRD for 5th edition.
There is
information.
Eh?
There's
Have you
just
got it in a
there's-
book, Hal?
Yes, I have a book.
Okay. Find me a page in a book and I'll come through and get it.
Okay.
I was writing stuff down.
Oh, the PDF.
Yes, or the PDF. Instruments of the Bard. Dragon Mail. Cubic Gate. Brooches, boots of striding and springing. Here you go. Well, it does require attunement, even though in the starter said it doesn't. But you're rested, so you're good.
You can only use three attuned magic items.
Okay, it's fine. Don't need it. So, which ways are you generally heading, people? There are kind of 2 ways from here. There's this way to the east, and there's this way more to the... Oh, I'm not clicking. I'm polygoning again. My apologies. There's this way to the east, and there's this way more to the north.
Do we want to work our way north and then explore
think- We'd at least have Guybrush at least take a gaze down that passageway to see a bit further down. The eastern one.
Okay, that can be done. Guybrush takes a nab. Guybrush sees that passage. There's literally many, many more corridors.
Do we do the left-hand method?
Could do that.
The what method?
It's the idea with a maze. You put your left hand on a wall and then you follow it.
Oh yeah.
Always turn left.
hand in, left hand out.
Contradextra Avenue.
So with that, we would go to the left route then, if everyone's okay with that.
Does
Heading
it
to
work
the-
if you go with the right hand too?
It works either, but it tends to be left hand for some reason.
What?
Could be the general idea of the maze idea. It tends to be most people say left hand.
Left-handed mazes, mostly.
I don't know why, but yes, you're right. I think so.
I think I had heard it right hand, but
I mean, technically both are correct. Maybe there's just something where the left hand is technically quicker for some reason. I don't know. But anyway, left. Sure.
If we get it wrong, we can go right instead. We'll just keep the finger in the adventure.
Heading down this way.
Keep your finger in the adventure. Okay, let's see what we see down here.
Oops.
Just make sure we have louvers.
Does anybody have Uber? Yeah. Uber for the dungeon?
There you go.
Okay.
So ahead of you, there's another rock face to your left. There's a corridor off to the right, and there's continues further up.
Move up to here and just take a look down.
Shining your torch down, you see that
Okay.
appears to partly connect up with what Guybrush was seeing.
But otherwise, if there's no threat, keep going to the left.
Very good. You're heading left down there?
Well, obviously, if it's a dead end, it's a dead end. But if it's not, then yeah, we'd be heading down it.
I like you're all moving in. That's kind of nice.
Can we-
Slowly wandering through.
What session number is this? Can someone remember?
18?
Can we see down this passageway to the right at all?
Oh yeah, that's a fair question.
Which one?
Oh, it
dead
does.
end.
Doesn't matter. It's a dead end anyway.
So, everyone can make me a perception check, please.
Oh, 6 for Roderick.
Good work.
9.
Dean.
How many teams? 22 is good. $22 the highest?
Seems like.
Okay.
What do my elven eyes see?
Your elven eyes glancing up ahead of you in the corridor as you kind of turn down there. Your elven eyes see this.
Ooh.
It seems to be attached to the ceiling in a reasonable thin layer, but as you kind of round the corner, it starts to move towards you. The whole thing starts to congeal on the ceiling into a big blob.
Slime! Slime! There's a slime!
Okay, we need initiatives for the blob. Blob! Be surprised if we managed to get... Hang on, let me pop this up. Oof. Oh, that's the roller. Hal, don't do that.
Remember to select your token.
We're all king roll. Do I need to clear this? I do, don't I?
Yes.
You know what I almost did?
What?
Not select my token.
You suck. Suck,
You're
dude.
such a rebel.
Well, no, because like I almost clicked initiative, not realizing that I wasn't on my token. Luckily, there was the warning that comes at the beginning of every initiative roll.
Ochre jelly, eh?
Comes at the beginning of every initiative roll.
It wasn't me that did it, but I got tired. I let Lockhart take over.
Woo! 24.
Apparently the jelly is kinda speedy. Speedy jelly.
It is.
With a -2 dexterity, it is quite fast for a jelly. It is a large creature, and it is. The ceiling's only 6 feet high. You're not going to have much of a problem, but it obviously is squeezing into the space that it's in. It's filling the corridor essentially.
How did we even need a perception check on this thing?
But it was kind of thin along the roof initially, and then it just.
it did one of those things.
Yeah, it can technically thin itself out to 1 inch thickness, which is probably making it enormous. But it's kind of filling the end of this corridor, kind of on the walls and stuff, and then
So-
it kind of saw you coming and blobbed its ass up.
For a brief second, it just looked like this entire passageway was this wet, moist cavern.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's right.
And then it congealed
Guybrush had
into a blob.
flashbacks for a brief minute.
Yeah.
And like a wet, moist cavern of Brian Blessed's ginger brother.
It was a woman.
Guybrush, it's you.
Yes.
The sounds of combat readiness occurring up the corridor.
Is there any way for me to even do anything to it? Because
Currently, you can see it. I think you're around 2 corners, but it is kind. Well, it's all in this space in front of you. So yeah, you'd be hard pressed to see it, but it is kind of there.
But I can see it.
It's on the roof, so yeah, I guess you can. It's all in that. It's on every surface in that corridor right now.
So I can shoot it.
So yes, there are parts of it you can see.
Okay, then I go to shoot it, and since it hasn't attacked yet, I do advantage.
It's exciting.
On a
So-
jelly. You're throwing arrows into a jelly.
Well, I don't really have much of an other option at this point. I don't know if arrows will do anything. Probably not, but
If we set it on fire, it'll melt and lose its chemical bonding.
I mean, I might as well try to shoot it.
Bizarrely, there's nothing in my jelly description that says you can't sneak it which is kind of weird.
Everything's sneakable.
Yeah, I'm not sure about jellies. Cubes, oozes, okra jelly. Amorphous. The jelly can be squeezed through spaces. Spider climb. It can climb up crap. It has a big bunch of immunities and resistances, none of which are to sneaking.
Does it say immune precision damage?
No, it does not.
Well, then
In fact, even things like gelatinous cubes are not immune to that.
Interesting. Because I mean, even Pathfinder held at least things like cubes immune to sneak attack, because it's like they're oozes.
Cubes.
We'll just
Well,
chop
and-
into smaller jellies until there's a jelly swarm.
Unless ooze itself as a creature type has that. I don't know whether they have creature types in this, do they necessarily?
I don't think it's really a thing that rules are attached to.
I don't think it's a thing either. I just think they're types of beasties that you can tie things like ranger attacks to, right?
Yeah, that's Yeah, I think that's how it normally is.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything here that says he cannot do what he's about to do.
I mean, if anyone else has a better option for me to
Well,
do, then
I
try-
mean, keep in mind though. I guess it would still all fall under piercing damage though, if that means anything.
Sadly, no. No, it does not.
Really? Wow.
No.
I'm curious because ogre jellies are kind of nasty for piercing and slashing.
Nope, slashing only.
Huh? Weird.
And I was considering I should switch to my hammer for this, so.
let's see what happens.
Slashing only for immunities. Go ahead.
22.
You hit the okra jelly. Could be a very anticlimactic combat. To be honest, they are only challenge rating 2 creatures these days.
For 13 damage.
Oh, the okra jelly takes some damage from you. It wibbles. Wibble!
Wait, hold on. Let me make sure that's what it's supposed to be.
That looks right. You got your sneak attack. You didn't get
Okay.
surprised round.
Yeah, we're 4th level. Yeah, okay.
What did
No,
you do? 13 damage?
yeah, at 5th level it changes to 3d6.
Yep, you went 5th level yet.
Yeah, I know. That I was just checking.
Mhm. Very good. Are you moving at all or doing anything else?
There's not really much place for me to move anywhere.
But how there was a question just to, I don't know if there's anything going to come from that direction, but giving a bit more revealed on the passage.
the bit to the north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do that. Who's there? Thra. I can probably see quite a way up there.
Yeah.
And I'm right behind him, so
Good dark vision.
the 2 of us can see in the dark.
Boom.
Ooh.
Ooh, water.
Looks like there's a big cave up there. It starts to open out. Okay. Anything else, Guybrush?
Is there anywhere that I could move to be out of the way for other people where I could still see the jelly?
No, not unless you move through its area behind it,
Like
which would
right,
leave you in combat with it.
like right here?
You can move that way if you want, or you can move ahead of Thra, but you won't be able to see it then. You can
Yes,
only just see it where you are.
Alright, so right here I couldn't see it.
No.
I will, I guess, jump back to here for now so that if
Yeah.
anyone else wants to move up, at least they don't have to go through me.
Okay.
To be honest, I think we might want to try moving back, really.
Try and get some space to move into.
Mm-hmm.
It is the jelly. The jelly kind of continues to kind of form into a bigger blob, and it reaches out a pseudopod. Technically, it can hit Halle or Roderick, but I'm guessing it's going to go for Roderick, to be honest. He's the more convenient and easy target directly in front of it.
There's kind of a bit of a wall between it.
Yeah, there is. It could hit her if it was more intelligent and wanted to do that, but it's not going to, because it has an intelligence of 2. 2! It's going for what's in front of it. You can see the back end of it kind of sucking in as the pseudopod kind of reaches towards you. Whips out, and let's see how it does. Oh, it's not too bad with its pseudopod. I don't think it's going to do you. 16.
Nope.
Pseudopod. And that is its entire attack. Congratulations. Continues to blob along, form its little blobby self. Marigold, there's a blob noises coming from Roderick's area of the world.
Can I see it?
You could, if you stepped up, you could just see it.
I want to see it, and I want to use my rapiers for the first time.
You are far away from it.
So I'll just use my bow then.
Although, as a halfling, you could probably move through its square and get behind it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, because you'd be. What?
The rules, well, I mean, obviously if you want to ad hoc something, but the rules generally are against moving through enemy spaces.
She has, as a halfling, she gets a special ability to do it.
Nimble, move through space of any creature larger than you.
And she can use her, if she used her bonus action of disengage.
She could technically run through its square, because she's small and good at that stuff.
Well, she's got
Halflings are
35
allowed to do it.
movement.
Yes,
Then
it's a halfling bonus, but moving through your friend's space is counted as difficult terrain.
she could still dash and get behind it.
Yeah,
I'm
1,
sure.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I would say so.
I can
You'd
do
have to
that.
use, basically, you'd have to use your bonus action to run past it,
Okay.
but then you'd end up at the end of the corridor, kind of here, in the dead end.
Okay.
So that would be. I didn't click anywhere there, did I? Here.
No.
Here.
But can I still take an attack, or would that be everything?
You'd have one attack, but you wouldn't get your bonus attack. You'd only
Okay.
attack with one rapier this turn.
But it would have sneak.
But
Yeah.
it would have a sneak attack.
Well, I'll do that then.
Go on then. Marigold dashes between all your legs and slides underneath the jelly to end up at the end of the corridor. Turning around, she wields her 2 rapiers, but only swings with one. And ding ding ding. Piercing weapon, I'm guessing.
Yep.
21.
Hits.
How much damage?
You tell me.
Well, it's normally 1d8 plus 4.
Plus 2d6.
I have to remember.
Ooh.
1d8 plus 4 plus 2d6. Let me do that for next time. 18 damages.
It's good damage. Stab it squarely in its spine area. It is the equivalent, the jelly equivalent of blooded.
Oozing?
Oozing, yeah, it's oozing. That's what it is. It's oozing. It is the jelly equivalent of blooded. Hello. It's you. There's a jelly right in front of you.
Preparing to engulf Roderick's head.
Ah, it doesn't even have engulf. I'm very upset. It just has, it just has
guess-
pseudopods.
I guess we'll discuss it more, but ochre jellies usually have a few cool tricks.
It has no cool. It has some cool tricks, depending on what goes on here.
Okay.
There are
Well-
tricks it could do,
Okay.
but it depends on actions taken by party as
Yeah.
to whether tricks are cool or not. And currently, actions taken by party have been kind of pokey. Hello, it's you. There's a jelly in front of you.
I
It is
could-
gribbly and bad.
I could freeze it or fry it.
Yes.
Now keep in mind you're in melee range, so you would be disadvantaged to any ranged attacks.
All right.
You don't want to slash it.
Why?
Well, just metagame because you said immunity to slashing.
Yes.
That
Well,
would be
let's
metagaming.
let's not do that, eh? Let's not metagame, eh? You're so bad.
Well, I'd
So-
already planned to switch to hammer before you said that because that just makes more
So
sense.
very bad. Just gonna splash it around. I think it's funny.
It's hard not to metagame a little bit.
It has some very strangely illogical immunities to me.
Well, LA could have accidentally studied slime anatomy.
She could. If she
Perhaps.
wants to spend some time standing and pondering the slime.
Nah.
You do have that scholarly thing.
Well, and people also have just things like Arcana and
Yeah.
checks and stuff.
Slime.
checks.
What's slime under? Would you
They
think?
used to be dungeoneering, but I imagine they'd fall
There isn't
either
a skill for that. Yeah, it's going to be like natural, nature stuff.
nature or Arcana or something.
Mm.
I'm going to freeze it. Or at least I'm going to attempt it.
Okay, you are at disadvantage, for you are in combat range of it.
So that's a -4, right?
No, that's rolling twice and taking the worst result.
Okay.
Actually, disadvantage is a big can really mess you up.
It can.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say it doesn't really mess you up. It just doesn't give you a good chance of success.
6.
Well,
That
at
is-
least it's a cantrip, so.
That is a flat out miss. Okay, anything else, Hello? Moving, wiggling about, dancing, bonus actions.
She's used her standard, so moving would provoke.
That's a bit of a problem then.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, I suppose I can't use that bonus action to redeem myself, could I?
I don't know what you can do as a bonus action.
Mm.
Not a great deal.
Pee on it.
Yell at it. Top notch. I'm gonna say these. You haven't cast Mage Armor this morning either, so you're nice and squishy.
This morning, yes.
I believe I mentioned it before we entered the mines.
But-
She did say it.
And then we slept.
We did rest overnight.
Oh, dang.
It's okay.
I died totally. That totally bypassed my brain. I'm sorry.
It's alright. You're a wizard. You're supposed to be squidgy. Thrar, it's you.
I'll just shoot Sacred Flame over their heads.
Okay, you just have to be able to see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although I think you have to do the stupid attack roll on that because I kept missing with it.
I'm afraid you do have to. Oh, they get a save, I think, as well. Do they get a save, or is it you have to do a stupid attack roll?
Sacred Flame is usually it makes a save, isn't it?
I think it
not?
makes a save, and then it either gets nothing or something, right?
Yeah, it
Is
must
it a reflex?
it's a dexterity saving throw.
It's dead good at that, being a huge blob. Funny if it's saved. 18, natural 20. Critical success.
Alrighty then.
This blob's got moves.
It opens up in the area where your light is, and the light just shines straight through it.
You said it was pretty fast for a blob.
Yeah, it's got a dexterity of 6. Feel its speed. It's also tremendously charming at a charisma of 1. It goes to all the blob parties and gets all the blob girls.
I don't think I've ever hit with Sacred Flame, but
You've hit once or twice.
So, are you done, Thra?
yep.
Okay, Roderick, it's you. There's a blob.
Seeing how effective the arrows and the rapier are, Roderick can only imagine how much damage his war axe will do to it, and takes a mighty swing.
Swing. Do it. Roll them.
Hee.
20. That hits the blob.
Huzzah!
Blob.
Do I bother rolling damage?
I guess.
Really?
What do you mean?
Again, I'm thinking 3.5 ochre jelly.
I see what you're saying. Oh no, you don't. It's is it slashing?
Yes.
It's immune to the damage. Oh, and in addition, hold on a second. Boom!
It got cuter.
Hey, it did. It got cuter. Although it did get slightly less.
So it split. He made 2 jellies.
He slices it in 2, and it splits into 2 separate jellies.
Great. So if we keep that up, we'll have a jelly swarm.
Jelly swarm! Blah, 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 blah.
No.
At least, At least Thor didn't like smash it with a hammer until 1,000 little jellies that would all.
That would
I
be
was a
funny.
little worried about splatter with that too.
New jellies are one size smaller than the original jelly. You were just seeing if it did that on purpose, weren't you?
So is this going to be Xenos,
No,
or do we have
I love
to?
metagaming.
I know. That's about its only ability nowadays, apparently.
So do we? Do we keep Xenos paradoxing it, or do we eventually, slice it into nothingness?
No, it just keeps getting atomically smaller. Eventually it'll be quark-sized and you won't be able to hit it.
Jelly nanites.
It's
Fortunately,
tiny.
by then it'll also be completely
Useless. Yes, exactly. Its tiny pseudopods will be totally useless.
So
Anything
they'll
else,
go right
Roderick?
through your pores.
Anything else, Roderick? Extra
Nope.
attacks, spangly stuff. Want to chop it again?
Tempting, but I'm not going to actually surge on that.
Guybrush, it's you.
Alright. So I will move back into shooting range, I guess,
Uh-huh.
and shoot at that I guess the first ones.
Yes, jelly number 1.
Alright.
The only reason you're able to shoot from there is because you've got that sharpshooter feat, by the way.
Yep.
Anybody else would just not be able to do this.
Yep. Well, I'm a sharpshooter. That's why.
Wang!
But except I fail.
You totally missed. You shot yourself in the ass.
Dinosaurs does not like us tonight.
No,
I-
they don't.
I shot with such force that it went straight through without doing any damage.
That's right, the wound healed up behind it because the force was so magical.
Yep.
It's you were a step back, so you didn't actually see what just happened. So you shot right when they were splitting after Roderick's swing.
Ah, damn you, Roderick, and your axie smashiness. Rawr, dang, whatever.
Screw you, Roderick.
Where are my pants?
Anything else, Guybrush?
He's just so distraught he just doesn't give a damn.
I don't even care about the jelly, I just
I
want
just want my pants.
that
That's
pants
funny.
stealing bitch.
You've got your pants. Just had that guy's junk ribbon inside it for a while.
I'm gonna strangle her with those pants, I'm just saying.
Are your,
Yeah.
legs going to still be in them?
I guess I will.
On the top?
There's really no reason for me to move at this point, I mean.
Okay. You staying there?
Yeah.
What about our dwarven friend? He's going to move up behind you and want to partake. Okay, jellies. One on Roderick, one on Marigold, I guess.
Don't be jelly.
Pseudopods on Roderick. 23.
Wow, the dice are really favoring that jelly tonight.
They
That'll hit.
are. Everybody likes a little bit of okra jelly, apparently.
Probably acid, I'm guessing, still.
Yeah, a little bit of acid. So this is straight bludgeoning.
At least it doesn't eat your weapons, apparently.
10 bludgeoning. And this is acid, if it makes a difference. So 10 bludgeoning and 3 acidic damage. It kind of squarely strikes you in the chest with its pseudopod. The buddy behind aims for Marigold and gets a 23.
Fucking hell!
Again.
That's
Well, they are clones.
7 bludgeoning and 3 acid damage to Marigold. For a total of 10 damages.
This is one of the toughest things we fought. Well, except for those spiders and the dragon.
3 what?
3 acid and 7 bludgeoning. For a total of 10 damage.
Me no likey.
Minused it off your character for you.
I was just doing that.
Oh, sorry. You looked like you were writing, so I thought I'd do it. Okay, the jellies are gone
multitasking.
because they're jellies, and that's basically all they got. Marigold, it's you. There's a jelly wiggling its pseudopod at you. Now there are 2 jellies in the corridor.
Well, I can only get to 1, can't I?
Yeah.
So I would probably do my dual rapier wielding.
Do it.
Um,
Attack number 1.
while I was trying to find some information on the cunning action thing that I have going on.
Yes.
But if you could find it in something and tell me where it is, I can come and do it.
Cunning
that's a
action lets you do extra stuff with bonus actions.
Yeah, I know.
Dash, disengage, or hide.
Yeah, I just in case that comes along at any point soon.
I'll show you your character stuff.
That would be a 9.
That would be a hit.
Wow.
So would that. That's a critical.
That's a critical hit.
So what do I do now? What do I do now?
Do you get the +6 on a secondary attack? Doesn't matter, but...
You roll all the
I think
dice.
on the attack roll, yes.
Yeah, so it's on the
Just
damage. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so on the first attack, you're going to do D8 plus 4, is it? D8 plus 4?
D8 plus 4.
And on the second one, it's 2D8.
Yeah.
So
2d8.
3d8 plus
So
4.
3D8 plus 4 for total. Yeah, because you're doubling your dice when you get your critical.
What do I get any sneaking? 'Cause
No,
I'm flanking.
You're not, because there's now two jellies, so
Okay.
Roderick is no longer fighting the same jelly you're fighting.
All right.
Thanks,
So
Roderick.
3d8 plus
4.
just
You get
4.
1d8 plus 4 for the first one, and then you get just 1d8, which is doubled for the second one.
Okay. So I'm 3d8 plus 4.
Correct, for total damage.
14 damage.
14 damage slays the poor thing.
Yay!
Actually, this might be something to look into, Hal.
Hmm.
But possibly creatures with any amount of blind sights or tremor sense, maybe they're immune to this whole giving rogues advantage for...
Possible? Because it does have blind sight.
Because I don't know. Unless they're being really generous, they usually put some sort of limit on what things rogues can sneak attacks. And
I agree. I
There are
agree. I
no
was
limits on my
surprised.
character.
Well, they...
I'm
I know they-
special.
I know they did say that there's going to be a lot less things immune to sneak attack in 5.
Because it was crippling for rogues in certain
Just now.
adventures.
well,
Yeah.
Pathfinder found a good balance with it, I thought. But
I think it did. Yeah, I agree with that. That seems fair.
if
There
the
are
few-
certain
oh,
stuff. I mean, yeah, like jellies, for example, that makes sense. You
Because-
can't sneaky
yeah.
them.
But there's no particularly vital bits.
Oozes. Hang on. Oozes.
I don't have to look. Just,
Doesn't actually tell me anything in oozes other than a general description.
it might be something to look in a ability.
Senses. Here we go. Blind sight. A monster with blind sight can perceive its surroundings without relying on sight within a specific radius. Creatures without eyes, such as grimlocks and grey oozes, typically have this special sense, as do creatures with echolocation or heightened senses. If a monster is naturally blind, it has a parenthetical note to this effect indicating that the radius of the blind sight defines the maximum range of its perception. That's it. That's
Okay,
it.
so pretty much rogues just sneak attack everything.
Basically, I think there's some stuff that is immune to basically precision damage or sneak attack, but not a lot.
We could try and leave some stuff for you.
Apparently not okra jellies. Anything else, Marigold, stepping forward behind that jelly or anything?
I'll take a step forward so that I can
Be in position.
wail on that next one in a minute.
Move her in. Come on, Marigold, move yourself.
Well, last time you moved me when I went to move myself and it got confusing.
Hello, 'tis thee. I'm going to stop moving you.
Okay.
I'm gonna burn it. Since I'm
Okay. This is at disadvantage still if you're using a flame bolt.
Yes. What are we going for? Flame bolt.
yeah.
Firebolt. Firebolt, that's what it's called.
Firebolt.
You could stir it with your glass rod.
That's right. Yes, stir it with your glass rod, and it would not be acid damaged.
Let's see.
Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba. Roll to hit. A 13 will hit. Even with disadvantage. Because you rolled 2 8s. Damage, please.
People have been living down here for a week without killing this thing.
Perhaps they don't
They
come
could have
through this
gone-
area. Or they could have gone the other way.
Yeah.
Or it only has blind sight and maybe it didn't notice.
I think within a week they would have explored the whole place unless it's really vast.
4 damage.
They could have just seen it quickly and just noped the fuck out of there.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Throw, it's you.
I'll try Sacred Flame again because it's got to work sometime.
Do it. Oh, it rolls, right?
Yeah.
It can't. It can't be lucky this time. Minor. It's dex save, right?
Yeah.
12.
No.
Oh, but it tried. Damage, please.
5 points of radiant damage.
Ouch. I don't think it's immune to that. No, it is not. Okay. Still trucking, looking a bit ragged, if such a thing can be ragged. Roderick, slash it again!
Tempted, but
Slash it again! Make 2 small ones!
And then tiny, and then...
No, it stops at small.
Roderick tosses the battle axe behind him and pulls at the flail to see if that helps.
Go for it.
Olay catches the battle axe in the face.
Oh! Ow!
Flail wildly.
Hits.
And 8 hits.
An 8 hits. Armor class, 8.
Alright, and off you 4 points of damage.
Technically it's medium, so it may be 10 armor class at this point, but I'll let you hit it. It's dead. Boom!
Size modifiers come into play, do they?
Hmm?
No, I don't think they do.
No, I don't think they do either. I think they're just...
Well, no, otherwise
Right.
halflings would get AC bonus, right? And they don't.
I don't think they do, you're right. They don't. They get dex bonus instead, I guess, which makes them faster. Yeah, you're right.
Ah, then we can go north, because I'm in the lead now. Ha ha ha.
Okay, they're dead. The jellies are dead.
Unless
Congratulations.
treasure at 8 rains out of it, yeah.
Tons of treasure pours out. No treasure pours out of it,
A
unfortunately.
suit of plate mail.
A suit of plate mail.
Hang on,
Giraffe,
the dog's-
it's expensive.
My attention, hang on. What do you want?
I can take lead. I took a bit of a beating there.
You probably did.
Do you need some healing?
What did you take?
Blah,
You took
blah,
like
blah.
13 damage, right?
Yeah, it was a solid hit.
Hmm?
Which is kind of another thing I was going to mention is because you probably did the same damage dice for the large creature.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the damage it doesn't actually indicate anything about changing its
No.
damage dice, but yes, you're right. It should probably have dropped.
But again, there's no rules. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm
Weird
sure there are.
5th edition.
I'm sure there are rules about large creatures and stuff. I just haven't bothered to read them yet. Creatures changing sizes, I'm pretty certain there are rules. Maybe, maybe not. Anywho, where you heading? Or what you doing? Are you resting for a while, or?
I don't know if we'd rest. We're not bad.
Okay.
I'd say we head north.
Okay.
If Thor wants to take up front, I'm fine with that.
Sure.
I'll be right behind.
All right, throw pants. Let's see what we've got here. Everyone move in. Somebody move the halfling.
The halfling has a name, you know.
The halfling.
Bilbo.
Bilbo.
Bilbo Baggins, the greatest little hobbit of them all.
Terrifying
We
song.
don't talk about that song.
It's great.
I talk about that song all the fucking time.
It is pretty great.
Ooh, pool of water. Who wants to swim?
A still pool fills much of this cavern. The water is dark, revealing little of what might lie within. The shore of the pool consists of a thin layer of broken shells from strange pale mussels, and a fishy odour hangs in the air. A passage leads south from this area, through which you are entering. A set of steps climbs up to the east. A sluggish stream flows out of the cave to the northeast.
Hmm.
Flows out. Is this supposed to be the source of the water?
Well, it may not. It may come into here from somewhere. You can't see that. It's flowing out to the northeast.
How does my 60-foot dark vision work with this dark water?
Well, it's water.
It can still be brackish.
Yeah, the water itself is not clear.
I'll
to
move
dark
more in.
vision. Are you going into the water?
No. I'm a
And-
dwarf. I'm not going to go into water.
You might get clean.
You have your bath once a year, and then you keep your protective layer of dirt otherwise.
Whether I need it or not.
Right.
So,
Could Haley like shoot some of those light orbs down there and us be able to see?
Maybe.
Could my orbs go into the water?
I don't know. Let's read the
They're
spell and
magic.
see. Let's see what the spell says.
They're not actual flames, they're just lights.
What is it? What are they?
Dancing lights?
Dancing lights.
Dancing lights. Let's see. Dancing.
Hover in the air.
Alright, Dancing lights. You create up to 4 torch-sized lights within range, making them appear as torches, lanterns, or glowing orbs that hover in the air for the duration. You can also combine the 4 lights into one glowing, vaguely humanoid form. Whichever form you choose, each light sheds dim light within a 20-foot radius. As a bonus action, you can move the light up to 60 feet to a new spot in range. The light must be within 20 feet of another light created by the spell, and the little light winks out of it exceeds the spell's range. I think it's designed to float in the air.
But we've already established that she can move them, so...
True. I think it would be fine to have them, otherwise the spell wouldn't work underwater at all. So I think I could probably happily rule that you could use it underwater,
Okay.
if you wanted to.
I do want to. I'm curious what's in the pool.
Okay?
And I'll move up here and take a glance up the stairs while she starts probing the pool.
You may have to go up one to look up the stairs. You can't really see what's above you.
Oh, alright.
Actually, literally half climb them. So you do that while Helle casts a spell.
So when
Your
the
lights-
ghouls climb out of the water, I'm farther away. You know.
Your lights wink on.
Blink, blink, flicker. Wah.
Illuminating a thin, emaciated creature under the water that goes.
More stairs going up and a door. And a
A very
passage
small
way.
door.
Quite a small door. I think it's just a map-sized door. It's actually just a normal door. Helle, are you just moving them around under the water?
Yes.
Okay, anyone down there may make me a perception check, please.
Nah.
19!
Hey, 19, Roderick, good work.
I'm
Roderick.
I'm also surprised that it apparently cut through the middle of Guybrush's macro.
Not on my screen, you didn't.
Yeah.
Just on mine then. Weird.
Roderick, here in the water, right there,
Okay, yeah.
you think you see the vague outline of a body under the water. You think it's about 10 feet down, but you think it looks like a skeleton.
I see something in the water. It looks like there's a skeleton, some person.
I suppose
I
safe
wonder-
to say we shouldn't drink any of the water.
Or possibly go bathing in it.
Ugh.
Unless you're Thrar.
Well, it's moving. It might be okay. It's not brackish.
It's moving.
It's moving water. You might be alright drinking it. Maybe.
I don't know.
Well, I suppose, seeing as there's shells and stuff, if there are creatures in there that might have eaten the skeleton a bit, if we could take and try and raise it up, see if it's one of Gundren's brothers.
How are you going to get it?
Well, going into the water.
It's 10 feet down. So you're going to have to dive for it.
10 feet isn't much.
No, I know.
I could
Wow.
try. Would I be able to shoot an arrow into it?
Maybe?
It's a skeleton.
But it is a skeleton.
The one time that mage hands would come in handy.
Oh wait!
What?
I got a grappling hook.
You're going to go
It's
fishing.
a skeleton.
But if I
They're
throw
not
it,
going to come together as one piece.
Depends how old it is.
yeah,
I suppose that's true,
I
but
can try throwing it on the other side of it and then just like slowly pulling it up.
You're awesome. Look at you. Provide extra experience for Lindsay. She brings me tea.
well, yes, but I think it'd just be a whole lot easier if I just went in and tried to grab it.
Yeah, but you don't know what's in that water.
Well, so far that's the only thing we've seen in there. Otherwise, it looks pretty empty.
I'm just trying to keep us from going in the scary water.
Guybrush doesn't want to go in the scary water. That's why he
Water.
smells so bad.
It's not pleasant, but I don't see why it's scary otherwise.
Are you taking off your armor? I'm guessing you are if you're going in.
Yeah. Taking armor off, leaving shield aside, and
Roderick wades in. You wade in until you're swimming, and then you dive down. It seems to be... It's hard to see in the water. It is quite murky for some reason, and it's dark down here.
we have dancing lights.
Yeah, you put the lights around the thing. You dive down and you grab it by its shoulders. It seems to be wearing a robe of some kind. You pull it to the surface and kind of dump it on the side. Looks like the remains of a human male, from what you can tell, or what Thra can tell with his cursory medicine. Wearing a robe, has a knapsack hanging from his shoulders.
Quick, let's go through his knapsack and see if he has anything good.
Okay, you look through his knapsack. He also has two rings on one of his on one hand, on his index and middle fingers of one hand.
Originally casting detect magic.
Okay, the knapsack glows slightly. Not the knapsack itself. There's something inside the knapsack.
I've dumped everything out of the knapsack.
Okay, there's only one thing that falls out of the knapsack, other than kind of what you think was probably travel supplies at one point, like food items, just like the slurry that was left from organic matter rotting in the water, is a small, slightly twisted stick with a metal tip.
So a wand.
Yeah.
So is this like ages-old skeleton back from the original Wave Echo Cave days, or?
You have no idea. There isn't any meat on him.
I was going to say, wasn't it originally Dwarven settlement anyway?
Yeah, but they were in cooperation with the gnomes, if I remember right.
Yeah, there were several
these are
races.
human size in any
Yes, this is a human, but there's several races that helped here. It does look older than recent, so it is quite possible it happened. It may have been something that happened when the orcs originally attacked this place.
Do the rings glow at all for detect magic?
They do not.
Just for detect wealth.
That's right. Detect wealth gives a good glow on those rings.
Do we appraise?
What are they made of?
Platinum, you think?
Oh.
So you have...
I only see one ring, Guybrush says as he puts something into his pocket.
Hey, you weren't the one who brought up the body. Nice try.
I did come up with the plan to find the body.
Guybrush of the Four Fingers?
No, let's not. No golems. No golems.
Like this, four
Two
fingers like
platinum
this.
rings. And a twisted wand.
Yep.
Hello, would you know what this is?
Let me see.
What did we say for identifying items again?
It's
Identify.
It's pretty much just a short rest.
Is that what we said? Is that true?
Yeah, it kind of was,
Yeah.
as I recall.
Now you can have, what, 3 items attuned? Does that include, like, wands and weapons?
No, certain items require attunement.
Okay.
It says in their description whether they do or they don't.
You know, not saying we sit down now, just obviously handing it to me
Fair.
to look over at our next short rest, whenever that is.
Yep, unless she has identify memorized, which is guess it now.
Of course, that costs money every time you use it, too.
Yeah, it does. It's spendy to cast, but hey, you never know. Maybe you desperately need the wand. Maybe you don't. Who knows?
I will hold on to the wand just in case.
Good.
We should probably find out what that does sooner rather than later.
I like playing with wands.
Well, you can shake it at Guybrush and see what happens.
I have good experience of knowing how to make them work.
Would detect magic do anything to it, or?
I believe it'll tell you what it might be.
All right.
Do anything as fun as the way I do it.
Does detect magic still work like it used to?
It doesn't work like Pathfinder, I don't think.
No.
But again, as far as I recall, our last talk about it is basically on the short rest, each person can identify one magic item.
Yeah.
For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you.
So there's
If
no
you
faint
sense
auras.
magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around a visible creature or object that in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, good. School of Magic. Then you both, Thra and Hale, if she's casting it, understands that the School of Magic associated with this wand is Evocation. Ooh.
So it's up my alley.
I
Well,
wouldn't
between,
stick it up your alley. It's an Evocation wand. Something might get injured.
Well, between us having
Really
a
like
few
it,
wounds,
though.
and I wouldn't mind drying off and warming up a little after that dive in the water. We could
Are you
take
wanting a short rest? Having a
Are you-
breather?
I can cast Sacred Flame on you to warm
I
you up.
think a short rest at most. I don't think we need to.
No, short
do
rest.
much else.
Because
So are you here? Are you healing, Linz?
Yeah.
Or is Thra helping you? Or are you just
Okay.
Are you taking one of your breathers?
Thra, what can you do to help me at this present moment?
I can
I'm
give you-
down 10 hits, which
But
is...
you have your if you're taking a short rest, you can spend your hit dice to heal yourself.
Yeah. I can give you a Cure Wounds spell if you want, but
I don't know, if you'd rather keep your spells, I'll do the other thing, but... I've got 3 hit dice, so I can just use one of them,
we
right?
should have
Yeah.
4. We're level 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're level
Okay.
4 now.
Do I get an extra... I didn't know that. Whoop.
Is it not on your online character sheet?
Maybe, but I'm working on here.
Yes, let's just look at your online character sheet. Your online character sheet says...
3
3 still, Thra.
So I'll just roll a d8.
Does Thor or somebody have something? I'm off key here. That allows us to do something better than just to roll with it. Or are we supposed to add our con modifier to these?
I believe so.
yeah.
Get your con mod added, Sue.
Yeah.
I think.
Actually, well, let's just see. I'm going to use mine and see what I get.
Yeah, it's worth doing. 10's good.
So now I'm on 28 because I rolled in
10
8,
plus 4, 15.
No, but you get your con mod.
Slash 2.
which is Constitute 3.
So you're back to full hits.
Oh, cool.
And I'll let you adjust that on your character, dear.
You hardly need a cleric.
I have to say, no, I don't think so. I think the short rests and stuff and this, we got to remember you don't regain all of these every time.
Yeah.
So you'll start out at the beginning of the adventure and you may burn through them early and then you'll get half back every long rest. But I think the clerical healing is really for using at the end of the day to kind of get the party back up, or during combat,
If
or
you're
when the party really needs a bolstering. It's not necessarily to heal you all the time, so the cleric can actually do other stuff because everybody can kind of catch their own wind, so to speak.
Well, especially with how much you can heal on the long rest. I mean,
You need everything, don't you?
yeah. So that's definitely good for the longevity of adventuring parties.
Yeah, I think it's fair. I mean, before you sleep, I don't see why a cleric wouldn't burn a few spells to get everybody up to at least fighting fit in case they get attacked in the night, and then they'll rest. Everybody's healed. Cleric gets his spells back. Everybody's happy.
Yep.
So I mean, that seems to be the way to go. But it means the cleric can actually be a little more interesting than just the healing bag. You rest by the brackish water. Nosing around, you realise you could probably walk through that passageway north if you wanted to kind of splash down that tunnel, or you could go up the
Part up here?
steps. Yes.
Under level and experience, I've got my current XP at our current thing, and it says my overall level is 3, and it won't let me change it.
You have to go to your class.
And add the class. It's
And
on like
add-
the
At a level of the class, yeah.
and add a level in class.
Okay.
And then that should alter a bunch of the numbers.
Oh,
What
not bad.
do I? So what?
Okay. So Thra comes back and tells you that there is steps and a door and some more passageway stuff going on.
And do we identify the wand?
Yes, you do. It is a wand of magic missile.
How do wands work now?
They are wands, and they are wands of magic missile. This has 7 charges.
Ooh.
Trying to find the description. This wand has 7 charges. With the wand in hand, you can use your action to fire a magic missile spell from the wand. No components required. The spell expends 1 to 3 of the wand's charges. For each charge you expend beyond 1, the spell's level increases by 1. You can use this wand even if you are incapable of casting spells.
Oh, so it's not just a magic user thing. Anybody can use the wand?
The
I think
wand,
I think I missed where the wand came from.
it came from a skeleton on the bottom of this pool.
Okay.
The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges each day at dawn. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the wand crumbles to ash and is destroyed.
Aw.
Does the wand have a name?
Wand of Magic Missile.
Okay. I've missed it all, so I was just trying to keep my notes up to date, Hal.
Sorry, they've just ID'd it.
They are very interesting.
Yeah, they are. I think wands are real good. Not gonna lie, that's pretty
So-
cool.
Well, yeah,
That
I
can
mean,
be
it
passed
regains
around.
charges.
If it can be
Yeah.
used by all of us, it can be passed around to whoever needs it most at any given time.
Well, Hilaire's staff does the same. It regains charges as well.
So,
Oh, but staffs have always done that.
well, but if we go into something where one of us can't do something to hurt whatever, they can be the one that ends up with the wand. And
It's
so
a
they
good
can
ranged
do,
weapon for people.
yeah, magic missile damage.
I need a
Always
ranged
hidden.
weapon.
Although it does minor damage.
I would like to
Big
buy.
Guybrush.
I would like to buy a wand like that, Hal. How much are they to buy?
Can't really buy magical items in this setting.
That's rubbish.
I mean, Hilaire can cast it normally.
Yep.
I think Marigold.
But I can cast it so many times more.
That's true. That's true. Does give you. I mean, I would say, like, again, Roderick is going to be a frontliner and really not have too much need of it. Guybrush has his ranged thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have my bow, but my bow doesn't do nearly as much
Yeah.
good as the other thing.
Well, this always hits as its big
I have
benefit.
nothing that can hit anything magical, particularly. I have nothing that, if we came up against something like special, I basically don't think I would be able to do very much.
Well, in fairness.
Unless I've misunderstood my character.
But that might not necessarily be a thing in this edition.
True.
Not really. I mean, you haven't had any problems hitting anything so far.
But again, here's the thing. Wizards have limited resources, so it's not a bad idea to give her more.
Nope.
But at the same thing, if we do run into something, it's good to have that magic spread out.
Yep.
So it's either option is fine. The question is deciding which one we want to do.
Well, somebody can carry it for now, and then it can be...
Well, if you enter a
Yes,
combat, whoever's
yes.
carrying it has it in the map.
Yes, but if
The
we know
question
we're
is,
going to
who
enter a
is that
combat...
somebody?
If we know we're going to enter a combat, we can always kind of play it by ear as to who's going to use it then, if we have the time.
True.
Well, if that's the case, if we're not too worried about it, who has initially, I would say give it to Hilaire, so that she can have those few extra charges
Okay.
for her regular spells then.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever played a game where we've given a wand of magic missile to somebody that can already do magic missile. That seems a bit odd.
Well,
Unless-
normally they do go to people who can do magic missile.
Well,
'Cause
normally you
those
need the
used to be
spell to be
only
able to
people.
use it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah. I'm just
So
contributing very vaguely. Don't worry, I'll stop doing it now.
No, good. I wasn't complaining.
No, I'm just saying, I know. I was just...
I mean, you're right. If we do come across something, it should be handed off to somebody else. But if we don't, it really is best kind of going to her because you unfortunately can't sneak attack, so you are better using your weapons otherwise.
Okay. We can just... If I find a situation where I think somebody else would be better using it, then we can just say...
And I mean, yeah.
And I'm totally fine passing it, you know.
I mean, we've
So-
done that before, so...
So Heather, make sure you keep track that it is 7 charges. You can each casting takes 1 charge, but you can bump its level up by 1 or 2 places to get extra missiles for an extra charge each. You probably want to try and keep at least 1 charge in it, because if you use that last charge, you have to roll a d20, and if it's a 1, the wand kind of ceases to function.
Disintegrate.
otherwise, it will recharge how many each day, Hal? 1d6 plus
1d6
1?
plus 1, yeah.
Okay,
So it can technically recharge itself completely if you roll well.
that's true.
Let's see. And is it a 1d8 or a 1d20?
For what?
The
Same
chance
as regular.
mechanism if I destroy it or not.
20.
Oh, yeah, you should roll a straight 20. So basically, 5% of the time it's destroyed if you drain it of charges.
Yeah, so we would want to try to avoid that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a useful item to have.
But
And
but
obviously you
but
can't just buy a new one in this system.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
I made a
But,
doodle and a chart.
yeah, but basically you'll get just with the regular 3 missile attack, you get 6 free of them a day if you wish.
Mm.
It is 3 missiles standard, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Is it 3? Yes. Level 1 is 3 missiles, right?
I believe so.
Making me look again.
It's weird. Different editions.
I know. It's funny playing different editions of stuff when you've played it so long with the different one. Switching back is going to be interesting too, I suspect. Yes,
thing is,
three glowing darts.
So it is quite a good item.
No, it's not terrible at all. You'll do 3d4 plus
And
3.
it's-
Just 3d4 plus 3 6 times. That's not terrible. Right?
Right.
Yeah, and it's good, so you don't have to worry about missing with your cantrips. Then you have options to just hit with magic missile without using your spell slots.
Yep. Which is always nice. It increases the power of your wizard quite a lot, and additionally allows other people to be useful if you need to spread out the magic a bit.
Right.
Now, I hate to sound boring, but
No, you're not boring. It's rolling towards 11:30 over here,
Yeah.
and things yawning his little head off. I see. If you want to rest here, it's probably a good place, looking at what's ahead of you in pretty much every direction.
How long have we
Essentially,
played?
2 hours 11 minutes.
Looks like we haven't done anything.
Not a lot, but we started quite late.
Yeah. I'm happy either way. I don't mind. But
It's
I'm
a-
the only one that doesn't work, so
you
I have to be here
work.
for the morning as well.
You work. You just have more freedom than the rest of us.
Well, no, I have physio tomorrow morning.
It's a good stopping point. It's a natural where we've.
It is,
had
and
a
you've
short
just
rest.
rested, and you're getting ready to set off on the day.
Yeah.
So it's all good. Okay, experience. You fought 1 okra jelly for 450 XP.
Ooh, divided by 5, so that's 90 each.
Feel it rolling in, people. Feel it rolling
What
in.
was the experience for it?
90 apiece, 450.
2930.
2930.
We're just
Thing.
rocketing up there. Uh-huh.
Do you have what our XP's next level is?
Yeah, I should.
5?
I haven't updated my.
Something like
my
that.
ones.
Yeah.
What are we looking at? Fourth was 2,700. 5 is 6,500.
Yeah.
500.
So I mean, we're almost there.
Yeah, literally almost. It really does ramp up. Like it's not as bad as it used to be in AD&D, where you're up into the millions at the top, depending on your class. And everybody wanted to be a rogue so they could get to level 3 before the wizard got to level 2.
What's the next level at?
6,500.
That's ages away.
Yeah, it is ages away. I don't think you're going to do it in this part, this starter adventure. I was looking online. We're getting some reasonable traffic through the YouTube site. People are actually watching it, and some people are commenting, which is kind of nice. So everybody should comment some more and press the like button and such.
How much
Subscribe too.
Yeah, do that. So we're actually getting quite a few subscribers to the YouTube site too.
That's all good.
And now all we need to do is make those guys come to the forums, join up, and start talking. That would be amazing.
That would be pretty cool.
It would. Although we have had some decent conversations on the forums. I keep trying to throw out contentious stuff like why D&D is better than Pathfinder, just to see if I can get people shouting at each other.
Shots fired!
Well, I found that because I found an article about it, and I thought it was a good way to start the conversation. Basically going, someone said this, what do you think?
Yeah.
I think that argument can be made.
You haven't played Pathfinder, really, Nick.
I think, to be honest, it depends on how you want it. It's a very different game now, I
I
think.
miss Pathfinder.
I think comparing 3.5 and 4 to Pathfinder is pointless because they're basically the same game. That's a lie. 4 is just terrible. But 3.5 to Pathfinder, they're very similar. But comparing this to Pathfinder, it's actually very different. This is relatively rules light.
There are
and relatively option light. Whereas Pathfinder is very option heavy.
Yes.
Especially if you bring in all the splat books. But I'll be interested to see where they go with splat books for this, because I haven't seen a single one announced yet.
See, and that's kind of where a lot of people are honestly getting a bit disappointed with that.
I don't know, I think it's just how it deploys. I know they've announced Eberron coming up as the next setting, and you've got the essentially the next step of Temple of Elemental Evil coming up. So, I mean, adventure-wise and setting-wise, I think that's where they're going to be concentrating more on splat books and character stuff.
Well, I mean, AD&D did fine with just the basic classes forever. I mean,
I think that's maybe where they're returning to.
Well, the question is if that's what the audience wants at this point.
Well, I think what they've done is they've pulled back. They're trying to pull back in the people who were playing AD&D back into the fold, because I mean, Pathfinder essentially stole everyone else.
Yes, but you have to consider how much of a smaller audience that is.
That is a reasonably small audience, but then
versus all the people that were playing and enjoying 3.5 and Pathfinder.
Yeah, but I mean, you'll still get people who were playing 3.5 taking over, moving on as well. I think to 5, especially those people who were interested in things like the tournament play and all of that kind of stuff.
A bit, but if they like the system for the options and they're not going to continue and make options, that's going to be a big downside for their market value.
Well, I think it's a different game. They're returning much more to where they started. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. There is definitely the market for a options-light fantasy system. There's plenty of those spinning out from the indie places.
Yeah.
Clearly there was a need for it because you've got all kinds of stuff coming out from indie land.
I mean, the bit of a problem is you're going to have the real old school people who are never going to adopt, and they have their swords and wizardry in the old school
They're
system.
sat playing the brown box.
Yeah.
The white box.
Right now, 5th edition is honestly, it's developing into a good everybody's second favorite game, but it's not in a real good position to really be the one for the vast majority. And the problem with it would be okay if this was a smaller company, but the thing is, since it's Wizards of the Coast and therefore Hasbro, it could very easily be dropped quickly if it doesn't perform as it's supposed to.
You've got to remember as well that they have a lot of the very, very popular settings coming out, and AD&D and Backwards, they're big sellers with setting content.
But all the same, though, this is Hasbro and what they're expecting for performance.
I mean, to be honest, I think it's selling reasonably well, and what I see from the net is people are actually really liking it.
Reasonably, I mean, remember, Hasbro cut 4th because it wasn't doing as well as it thought.
Yeah, but fourth was kind of shit, and it didn't take.
But it was selling reasonably well.
Yeah. But I wonder if there's been conversations saying we need to keep this alive, and this is how we're going to do it. There's a change in tack here.
Yeah, but that allowed them to reboot it. If it doesn't perform as well, that won't let them keep rebooting it.
But then also, if they're not releasing as much, then their performance and sales overheads isn't that bad. They've reduced their team, and they're keeping things nice and lean, and they're concentrating on the setting stuff, which, to be quite honest, they've really already got written, and they're just going to be reprinting. I mean, I'd buy all of the Forgotten Realms stuff and all of the Athos stuff if they released it.
But
Eberron I can take or leave.
If they're like right now, they only have 2 to 3 books planned for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Even if those are lean on cost, that's still not a lot of profit.
True. Unless everybody's buying them. I mean, I have everything
Even if
for it so
everyone's
far.
buying, remember, in 3.5's days, it was like a book every month.
No, and it was almost impossible to keep up with it.
Which was bankrupting some players. I mean,
I noticed that Pathfinder has slowed down on its major book releases.
No, honestly, they just looked at it recently. Aside from the occasional optional ones, like the strategy guide and beginner's box and those type of things, they've maintained the same hardcover production they've always had, which is about 3 hardcovers a year.
Seems a while since I've had one. What's the last
Mind you,
one I
they've
got?
had some scheduling issues.
Yeah, I think that might be the issue. Maybe there's a big gap. Maybe that's what I'm looking at. It seems a while to Strategy Guide took a while to bring. Is it out yet?
I think that's the one that had the big delays.
I don't think it's there. I wonder why.
Well, I told you, they literally had a bad batch of printing,
Oh, that sucks.
and they had to have the printing company redo the majority of it.
That really sucks.
But anyway, we're
Yes.
I
talking.
think 5 those really a lot easier to introduce new people to and drop on people that aren't familiar with it if they want to play it.
I do agree with that. I think it gets more back to the story as well, and it's less about balance and fairness and more about kind of driving things forward the way the GM wants it to go.
I mean, if you want to introduce people to new game at a game shop or at a con that don't know the system, there's a lot less rules.
Pulling in new kids is where the strength is going to be here, I think. And getting back to role-playing rather than there's a rule for everything.
There's
I
always
don't
been a
see
rule
how they're
for
mutually
everything.
exclusive.
Well, you know what I mean. I mean, there are systems that are heavy on rules, which is where Pathfinder's ended up. I mean, it's as bad as Rolemaster for heavy rules. Whereas this has rules for things that need rules, but it has spaces where you can kind of invent your own things.
And with the feats and everything, Pathfinder and 3.5 are, you have to know a lot about creating your first level character even to make intelligent choices.
Not even that. With Pathfinder, you need to know what your character is going to be at level 10 as well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you make bad choices early on and you can't get where you want to go.
Well, anyway, I'm going to go to bed, so let's say goodnight to
All right, say goodnight to say goodnight, people.
Good night, Internet.